is in a cool down tonight. Thanks for sticking with us at 4:30. I'm Ashley Kirkland.
And good evening to you. I'm Cherie Palello. Our meteorologist Allison Rogers has been busy along with Kevin Robinson in the Weather Center all day today. She joins us now with an update. Allison, is it over now or are we going to see more storms tonight?
Not quite yet over, but we are certainly getting closer to our severe weather threat really kind of wrapping up here for us this afternoon. But as we go throughout greater Cincinnati, we do still have another severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for areas of Brown County just outside of Georgetown. I'm quickly turning on the lightning just to show you how electric these storms are. I mean, they are producing a ton of lightning across the area. So even if it's not a severe thunderstorm, you're still likely to see a lot of lightning, hear a lot of thunder too. Moving forward into Brown County right now, here's our severe thunderstorm warning producing likely some really decently sized hail areas south of Russellsville. In fact, this is potentially producing some hail up to the size of about a quarter, maybe even larger than that. So far today, we've seen reports varying anywhere from your typical pea-sized hailstone all the way up to about a $1/2 size hailstone. So that's closer to that 1.5-inch range. So this storm here certainly could be producing some larger hail closer to about a nickel or potentially even up to the size of a quarter. Severe thunderstorm warning out for this area until 4:45. So this is also going to include portions of Winchester over towards Seaman. I'm showing you right now too that area where that storm potentially producing some of that hail traveling just along 125 approaching West Union. Areas south of Peebles going to be impacted by this storm here as well. On top of that too, we have this other cell that's still likely producing at least some small hail. You see that black there in the center of all the purple within this storm. So still entirely possible that we still have some hail just north of Georgetown. This is on a 15-minute loop, so closer to that 4:30 top hour. There it is approaching Georgetown right there. And of course, all these storms still producing a lot of lightning, potentially even some gusty winds closer to about 30 to 40 miles per hour within some of these storms. But the vast majority of that severe thunderstorm criteria within today's threat is going to be the large hail that we're looking at possibly seeing. Another storm approaching the Ohio River yet again for areas of Ohio and Switzerland counties and southeastern Indiana. This is making its way closer to Boone County, so fairly soon we still cannot sound the all clear. For northern Kentucky, we still have that potential for seeing some additional, possibly some gusty winds, some hail, some thunder and lightning, but so far this storm is not severe warned. Again, that big picture is showing you that areas north of the Ohio River, generally north of the 275 loop, still dealing with some lighter rainfall, but for the most part, we are starting to see that severe weather threat really kind of fade for many of us, but still not completely out of the woods. In fact, we actually have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect until 11 o'clock tonight, but I think that's going to be cut back very early. And even that is for mainly areas throughout northern Kentucky down along the AA highway. So moving forward into the rest of this afternoon, here's what you can expect. Still the chance for more showers and thunderstorms, these really heavy downpours, also potentially leading to some localized water issues for some of these communities that have seen repeated rounds of this heavy rain within these stronger thunderstorms. So that yet again is something that we're keeping a really close eye on. Because of all the rain that we had last week, our threshold for dealing with this rainfall is very limited right now. We need a couple of days and weeks wherever we're not dealing with all that rain to really kind of see our ability to take in that fast amount of water in a short amount of time. We need to see that for a little bit longer before we can really get rid of our flood threat. So bottom line, as for today, we are still looking at the potential for some heavy rainfall within any of these cells, and that could lead to a flooding concern for any of these communities moving forward. As far as this evening is concerned, by about 8 o'clock, I really think most of our severe weather is going to be out of here. I think even potentially as early as 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, we wind up being able to say, we're going to see that severe weather threat really start to fade moving forward. So as far as hail is concerned for the rest of these storms, certainly looking to be the best potential. Lots of lightning as well. Moving forward into this upcoming week, gets much cooler outside. I'll have a look at what you can expect with our temperatures moving forward and when we could see some frost this week coming up. Cherie?
All right, Allison, thanks.